Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats at hotDOCS in downtown Toronto. I'm here with Danny Williams. How does it feel to have the film Danny screening here at hotDOCS?
I'm humbled and I'm honored tremendously. I mean, this is obviously a huge festival, and for us to be part of it and for the whole team to be honored in this way, I'm delighted. It's beyond words. It's really hard for me to comprehend, because it's a whole different world for me. I was involved with the Newfoundland and Labrador Film Development Corporation as chair many years ago, so I had a special place in my heart for films and documentaries. But to be here on this stage in this format, wow.
And tell me a little bit about how this film, Danny, came to be. What was the process like being approached, and how did it get going?
Well, when I was first approached by the team, and Annette Clark, his executive producer, contacted me, and of course I was told, who the directors were at the time, Bill McGilvery and Justin Sims, and there was a bit of trepidation in the beginning. It's like, okay, so you're going to have your life shown in a film, and so I kind of pulled back, and then I said, well, okay, it is what it is, and if somebody wants to do it, then let's do it, and let's see where the chips fall. But I mean, the process lasted about 3 years. And, they explored everything. They explored, past the political side and legal side, my family side. And they were very professional and, and very fair and probing. And, the end product ended up being a parallel history of Newfoundland and Labrador, because my birth date and my age correspond with when Newfoundland and Labrador entered Confederation. So it was an interesting journey for me. And then to see the final product, was wonderful.
And going back to your days as Premier, in the film it's noted that you really treated the job as the Premier of Newfoundland and Labrador like a business, and you really fought for what's right. So can you just speak a little bit to the integrity? Sometimes with politicians we don't see that much integrity, but for you, and how passionate you were about the beautiful Newfoundland and Labrador.
Well, politics is a tough life. I have to tell you, people can easily be critical of politicians, but you're out there and you're trying to do your best and you're trying to serve. But I was coming straight from the heart. I originally in my life did not intend to get into politics. It just came to a point in my life where I'd been practicing law for 30 years and in the process of selling my business. So I thought, maybe I can help. Maybe I can give something back. Maybe I can make a contribution just based on the experience. So I went in head first, and that part was easy, though, because I'm a Newfoundlander and Labradorian, and I felt and I believed in what I was doing. And, I knew we had to make some tough decisions, and we had to do some, tough things in order to start to swing the province around. And what I always had, though, and I always noticed, I always had the support of the people behind me, and especially, to be quite honest with you, the arts and the cultural community. The first people to step up in times of need, in times of any kind of a fight or an argument or a contest, they supported me solidly, and I never ever forgot that. So, it was a tough journey. Everyone says in politics there's lots of ups and downs, and there are. But at the end, if you can look back and feel, okay, hopefully I made some difference, and hopefully I did. So.
Well, when you step back and the scenes in the film where the people are crying when you decided you didn't want to be Premier anymore, I mean, what was that like for you living? Like, did you realize at the time that people were so passionate about you as a politician?
You hope it, but until you see that display of emotion and affection, but I knew going down the culture is when I talked to you about this. When I knew going down in the elevator that day, I said it's like delivering your own eulogy. I really felt like, gosh, I'm finally ending this part of my life, and I felt a close attachment to the people, and that was the nice thing about politics, was the whole people relationships. But as I went down, and then I saw the displays of emotion, from people who were on staff, people who were in the building, people who were my counterparts in politics, some, hard-nosed, crusty guys in the group who were filled up, and that said a lot to me. And and what I like now is I still get people come up to me and actually say thank you. That's all they have to say. And they come up, they say, shake my hand, they say thank you, and then just humbly walk away. And that's very good. I've said before, if I made 1,000 mistakes in politics, but if I, at least at the end of it all, made people feel better about themselves in the province and even indeed in the country, then I've accomplished something.
And I work with my mom, so I have to ask you, because your mom was such an important part of this film, what does she think of the film, and what what has it been like for you? Because we have our moments working together where we don't get along that well, but as a whole, it's pretty amazing.
Well, in the movie, I don't know if you probably noticed, I actually worked with my dad at one point too, and then I decided, okay, there was a point in my legal career where I had to move on to some other things, and that was a very difficult moment for me, and probably the most emotional moment in the entire film, and one of the most emotional moments of my life. My mother, on the other hand, my mother was actually even a stronger character than my dad in an awful lot of ways, and it comes out in the film. Like the director Bill has even said, like if we had time or we had a little more footage, we would have called this film Teresita or Terry after Mom instead of Danny. But she was really funny. She said, how did I do? I said, well, you're you, Mom. You did great. How did I look? Which was a really nice comment, right? I said, you look great. You look great. But most comments that I've gotten from people who viewed the documentary, and positive comments, have all been about Mom. And I'm very fortunate, as you were, to be shaped by your parents, and you are what they give you and what they bestow on you. And so it's nice. It was nice for her to be still alive, to be able to be part of this too, so that people could really feel and see why I am who I am, good or bad.
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on the film and a terrific career, and best of luck.
Thank you very much, and all the very best to you.
Thank you. I'm Katie Uhlmann reporting for Katie Chats at hotDOCS in downtown Toronto.